What's up, everybody? This Eve coming to y'all with another episode of Hit the Sled. Today, first of all, before we get today's episode, man, follow me. Hit the Sled. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Go follow me, man. Subscribe. Follow us. We got big things coming, man. Every stuff coming down the line. You know, every week we developing, we doing more and more stuff. There's more and more innovations coming. We're gonna do more stuff. We're gonna push the envelope, try to get this thing up and going, man. Things coming. Stay with me. But if you could do anything, pass the word around, hit the sled, go subscribe. For today's episode, it's the Big Ten. It's conference playing college football. This episode right here, we're gonna be talking about the Big Ten preview. The preview of the Big Ten. Question, why am I starting with the Big Ten? Hey, the Big Ten is part of my favorite team. My favorite team more than even now the Redskins. Anybody who know me know I was once a huge Redskin fan. Through the 20 years of Dan Snyder's ownership, my love for the Skins tailed off. It waned away. I still got love for them. It looked like we might got something brewing down the line, but we're going to talk about that in another episode. But if anybody who knows me know I'm a huge Michigan fan. Huge Michigan fan. So it's obvious that I got to start with the Big Ten Conference. The Big Ten, man, it's going to be an exciting race at the Big Ten this year. It's going to be an exciting race, man. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of teams that feel like they got a shot. It's a lot of things going on. And as you might know, somebody watching this know, come next season, there's going to be an expansion of the Big Ten. You're going to have Oregon coming in. You're going to have UCLA coming in. You're going to have USC coming in. Then you're going to have the University of Washington coming in. Hey, if you're looking at the polls right now, you're paying attention to college football, all four of those teams are hell of a teams right now. They getting the job done. They playing extremely well. All of them, to be quite honest with you, are currently ranked in the top 25. Hey, the Big Ten about to get tough, man. But that's next year. That's next year down the line. We're going to talk about this year. Another thing that's going on, this is going to be the last year of the divisions within the Big Ten. So moving forward, come next year when Oregon comes in, Washington, USC, and UCLA, when they come in, they doing away with the conference, the division plays in the Big Ten. It's gonna move forward. They moving away from that, and it's just gonna be a round robin. Whoever's the best, the top two teams, they're gonna play in the Big Ten championship game. So a lot of things are gonna be different after this season moving forward in the Big Ten. And also moving on to this season, and that's next year. Moving on to this season, I should say. Excuse me. It's a lot of big games going to be happening in the Big Ten this year. A lot of big games. You got this weekend, you got Ohio State, Notre Dame. You got Ohio State, Penn State. You got Ohio State, Wisconsin. You got Penn State at Michigan. And, of course, the big daddy of them all, Michigan, Ohio State. Let's start with this weekend, first of all, Ohio State, Notre Dame. In my opinion, this is going to be a barometer test for Ohio State. Ohio State is transitioning. They got a new quarterback. He's been looking shaky the last couple of weeks. He's playing a lot better, so he might be settling in a little bit. And watching Ohio State, they are very interesting. Their O-line is kind of shaky. It's kind of shaky. They're struggling a little bit on that offensive line. Defensively, they kind of looked the part, but that's what it was last year too. Last year around this time, they looked spectacular, but as the season went on, doing Big Ten play, they kind of like tailed off a little bit. But we're going to talk about that too later on when I make my picks as to what's going to happen in the Big Ten. So when they play Notre Dame this week, this is going to be the first test for Ohio State. First test. Notre Dame looks pretty good right now. The quarterback that transferred, Sam Hartman, he's playing extremely well. I believe he has about 13 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's playing well right there. That's getting the job done. That's doing exactly what you need to do to be successful. He's not turning the ball over. He's playing well. They making big plays. Freeman, the coach, the head coach, He's doing a hell of a job. It looks like he might have righted the ship compared to last season when it was first year. He's growing into the job. It looks like he's really doing what he needs to do to be successful. Move on. They got Ohio State, Penn State. I think this one right here, this is going to be a big game. Penn State, it looks like they got a quarterback this year. It looks like they got a quarterback. They got two really good running backs. Their O-line is better than it used to be. And defensively, they're really fast. They're moving around. Penn State, in my opinion, they look like they're ready to challenge. The next game, you got Ohio State against Wisconsin. The reason why I choose this game right here is because Wisconsin is being coached by a former Buckeye that got fired from when he was defensive coordinator at Ohio State. Urban Meyer fired that man. His name is escaping me right now. Got fired. And I know that's his alma mater. He's a former Buckeye himself. That's his alma mater. He came from Cincinnati. He's a former Buckeye. He took the job at Wisconsin. I think eventually down the line he's gonna do a hell of a job. But last week they lost to Washington State. Washington State. We're gonna talk about the Pac-12 later this week. But Wisconsin, it's at Wisconsin. That's gonna be something. Camp Randall it's a tough place to play. It's not an easy place to play. Ohio State always, even at the height with Urban Meyer, through the years, even Jim Tressel, they always go to Wisconsin. It seems like it's a struggle. It's always a struggle. It's not easy going to Camp Randall and playing. So I think that can go that they're gonna be favored. Ohio State gonna be favored, but that's gonna be tough right there. Then you got Penn State, Michigan. That's gonna be a tough one right there for my squad. We going down to Happy Valley. It's gonna be tough. We pounded them last year, and it's gonna be tough because the quarterback there, he's playing a lot different. But for me, that game right there, it's a line of scrimmage game. It's a line of scrimmage game. And we're going to talk about that later. So that's another big game. Then you got, of course, the granddaddy and mom, the last game of the year, high noon on November the 11th, Michigan, Ohio State. That's going to be for the Big Ten. Chances are it's going to be for the Big Ten. That's going to be a tough one right there. That's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough every year. We got a chance to win the national championship this year. Ohio State transitioning with a quarterback, but it's a rivalry. It's hatred. Let's not cut no. Let's not sugarcoat it. It's hatred. There's hatred. It's just flat out hatred. So this one right here, it's gonna be tough. I'm glad it's at home. It's in Ann Arbor, so it's gonna be a hell of a game down there. It's gonna be an exciting season in the Big Ten. For the first time in a long time, I think Penn State got a shot. In my opinion, I'm picking Michigan to win the Big Ten. I got my Wolverines winning the Big Ten. This is not a homer pick. The reason why I'm picking Michigan to win it is because of the line of scrimmage. And they got the better quarterback in the conference. They got the best quarterback in the conference. They got the best O-line in the conference. They got the best D-line in the conference. Receivers are good. Michigan got just about everything. The only position I think they kind of suffering a little bit is at corner. That's it. Michigan got everything, man. They got everything. They got quarterback. They got running back. They got tight ends. They got O-line. They're going to already be about 8, 9 deep at the O-line. 10 deep. Easy. Easy on the O-line. 10 deep. D-line, they got dudes. They got dudes that can get the job done. They got dudes, man. Michigan, they got some players. Linebacker position, same thing. Safety, same thing. One of the corner spot got an All-American. Got an All-American. This young right here, he's gonna be a hell of a player. He's coming back. He's only a sophomore. He'll be back. Will Johnson, he'll be back next year. He's a hell of a player. He'll be top 10 next year in the draft. Easy. Top 10. If he ball out, top 5. He's going to be a hell of a player. So Michigan, in my opinion, is going to win the Big Ten. My second choice, in my opinion, is going to be Penn State. And the reason why I'm picking Penn State is because they got the better quarterback. They got a better quarterback, and I believe their defense and Ohio State's suspect offensive line. I got to see Ohio State offensive line play in a big game. This weekend against Notre Dame is going to tell me a lot. I believe Penn State is coming in second. Penn State got a real shot at the college football playoff this year. They got a real shot. They got real shot to come out of the college football playoff. They got real shot. Let's not underestimate Penn State. Penn State got a real shot. And I'm picking Ohio State to come in third. And the only reason why I'm picking Ohio State to come in third is because of that offensive line and that quarterback. We're gonna find out this weekend. But in every quarterback Ohio State ever had, even when they were young until they got older, you could see it. Even from the time J.T. Bird. Let's go back to Urban. J.T. Bird, Braxton Miller, J.T. Bird, C.J. Stroud. You could see those years where they came in and played, and Dwayne Haskins. People forget, God rest his soul, man. Dwayne Haskins came in. He was a redshirt freshman. He was a redshirt freshman, a redshirt sophomore, and came in for injured J.T. Bird and beat us at the Big House. He did that. Dwayne Haskins did that. So you could see it. But this quarterback right here, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Last year, 2 years ago, C.J. Stroud, you could see it when they played Minnesota. When he came, he was a freshman. He came in. You could see the ability, and then he figured out, made some big plays. And let's not get it twisted. Ohio State got more talent in the Big Ten than anybody. They recruiting at an all-time level. But one time I tell people, a couple friends of mine is this: Urban Meyer 5 stars. Urban Meyer is not there anymore. Urban Meyer recruits are different from the coach recruit right now. His name escaped me at this very moment. It's different. Urban guys are different from these guys right here that is at the Buckeyes. They got talent. Don't get me wrong. They got talent. But they not Urban Meyer 5 stars. Urban Meyer had dudes. Urban Meyer had difference makers out there. Not to say that the Buckeyes don't. But they ain't those guys. I don't see no Bosa's in them running around there. I don't see no Chase Youngs running around there. I don't see it. I don't see it defensively. I don't see it, man. I don't see no Von Bills. I don't see no Eli Apple. I don't see these guys, man. I don't see no Marshawn Lattimore out there. I don't see it. It's them dudes highly ranked, highly touted, but they ain't the same guys, man. They not the same. And on offense, the receivers are great. Let's not deny that. The receivers are great. We not even gonna talk about them. Put them to the side. We put them to the side. But our offensive line suspect. Our O-line real suspect for the Buckeyes, man. So I think Penn State, and I watched Penn State a couple times. They fast. They not big. They're built to beat the Buckeyes. They not built to beat Michigan. Physical, downhill, coming at you. Penn State ain't built for that. But they built to beat Ohio State, and they got a quarterback that's better than the Buckeyes quarterback. So that's why I'm picking Penn State to come in second place and have a real possibility of making the college football playoff. So as I rehash this to end my preview of the Big Ten, I'm picking Michigan to win the Big Ten. I'm picking Penn State to come in second with a real shot of making the college football playoff. Penn State got a shot, y'all. Penn State can do it. Penn State got a real shot. Penn State got a real shot. And I got the Buckeyes coming in third. Just because of the quarterback and the O-line. And they go to Ann Arbor. And I just think Penn State going to get them this year, y'all. I really do. I really do, man. So I'm picking Michigan to win the Big Ten. I'm picking Penn State to come in second with a possibility of making a college football playoff. And I'm picking the Buckeyes, man, to come in third this year. Just because, like I said, because of the quarterback and they O-line. That's really it. That's really it. Man, but I appreciate y'all joining me, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Hey, go follow me, man. Go watch, go subscribe to my YouTube page, my Facebook, my Twitter. Well, it's X now. I keep saying Twitter. Everybody, it's X. It's X. Hey, by the way, Elon said he wanted us to subscribe to X coming soon. That's a whole nother episode right there. And then you got Instagram. Hit the Sled. Follow me. Appreciate y'all checking me out, man. Hey, follow me. We got big things coming. I promise y'all. We got big things coming, man. Appreciate you, man.